Hello, this is Z with Small Scale Development, and I'm here talking today about the Washington project. This is going to be the townhouses, and so since last time we had gotten the architectural plans and uh, took a look at some of those. So on February 28th, we had gotten what we considered were the 75% complete. That was February 28th. And then I looked them over, talked to a couple people, got some feedback. And then on March 7th, I sent them back to the architect. And then on March 24th is when I got those revisions back. So when you're thinking about doing changes and you're dealing with busy professionals and busy architects, every time you make changes, it can take a while. So thankfully, I'm not in a big rush on this. I have been before and thought things would move along faster, and every time I made a change, it would take a lot more time. So that was something I had to learn, that either you know make a few changes and move forward, or make some changes and it just takes its process. So something to consider. So March 24th, I got the final plans back. A couple days before that, I wanted to get an estimate. I have never used an estimating service before. So I looked up, actually, I'd previously gotten cold calls. I don't know what you call exactly, kind of like spam emails, but cold emails from a number of construction estimating services. And so I didn't know what to think. It's something I'd looked into before but hadn't tried. And so I looked up my old emails and found four companies that had emailed me. So there was Swift Estimating, Bolt Estimating, Crossland Estimating, and Infinity Estimating. And I responded to them and said, "Hey, this is the plan. I didn't have the final plan, but here's pretty close to what we're gonna do. How much would it cost? How long would it take?" And so they sent me back immediately what it would cost. And I got, I think Bolt was 700, Crossland and Infinity were 950, 975, and Swift was 1150. And they all said they could do it in 3 business days. I asked for an example of their previous examples, and so they all, I did, they all looked somewhat similar in terms of their end result product. So I chose to go with Bolt, and then sure enough, so that was on March 25th, at 3 days, kind of looking at it, asking them a few questions. March 25th, and sure enough, I got on March 29th, I got the estimate back, and I got a chance to look at it. So here is what it is, if you can see it. They've got a whole bunch of things in here. They've got scaffolding right off the bat. They don't have permits or things like that, which is probably pretty local. But I don't know. Maybe the scaffolding is supposed to go in permits. I'm not sure. That's kind of an odd thing there. But they've got grading, gravel parking, concrete stairs, trash enclosure, landscape, the plantings. So they've got all the plants that we have in the plans, and then they've got the foundation, concrete footing, the concrete slab, the CMU wall. They've got awnings for the porches over here, the metal awnings. They've got first floor framing, cabinets, etc. So you go down the long list, and they've got it by they estimate the cubic yards for foundation for concrete, for example. They've got number of plans, square feet of concrete slab, etc. So I haven't really taken a chance to look at this. In total, we're looking at what do they have here? They've got a subtotal of 911,000, overhead and profit 182,000, insurance and contingency. So 1.18 million for the building. And let's see, it is equals 18 times 32 times 2.5. That's 18 feet by 32 feet by 2.5 stories times 4. And that's 560 square feet equals this divided by this. They're coming at $205 square foot. That seems extremely high to me. So anyway, that's just a rough start. I was kind of more interested in seeing what the actual materials are going to be. So, okay, well, they've counted up for me. Okay, we've got 25 GFI dual receptacles, 12 three-way switches, and they've got, 18-inch grab bars for them. They've got, let's see what else, 2,095 square feet of carpet flooring on the second floor. So they've got a lot of these measurements out here for square foot, linear foot, cubic foot, etc., cubic yard, just numbers. So that's going to be what I can use to do some material takeoffs when I go and get a framing package put together, or different things. Similarly, when I go to bid for sheetrock or paint, I've got a just a good idea of what actual numbers we're looking at. So then I can compare when I get actual bids, and then when we do the actual project, I can compare. Okay, well, we had to order. I think they've got let's see here. I was going to look for the framing material, for example. I don't see that right offhand, but that's what I was going to look at, sort of different items like that and see how they come in terms of numbers, and then we'll compare the prices overall. So this is just starting point and kind of an opportunity for me to just see what that estimating looked like and how close they got, and then if we want to use them again. So I just want to kind of give you a process here. I'm now that I've got this, I'm going to start putting it out to bid. I imagine that may take a couple weeks to get back. Everyone's busy and getting all those numbers, but I will give you an update when I get my comparison numbers. It probably will not be as detailed as this when I get back. So I usually have maybe 30 items. I've got foundation, framing, labor, framing material, sheetrock. Some of it's going to be turnkey, some of it's going to be part labor and material separate, and so my numbers will come in not nearly as detailed as this, but I can kind of combine them together and see where we go from there. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned.